because Defiant will activate for Thundurus, so we do get a +1 attack here, which is very nice. Did I not get my Defiant boost? Oh, did I forget to use the... I think I forgot to use the ability thing, didn't I? What's up, boys and girls? Today we have more Series 7 VGC 2021 content from the Crown Tundra. If you don't know who I am, James Beck here, a 2020 international champion as well as a 3rd place at the most recent World Championship back in 2019. Here to bring another team with some fun action today. In the next couple days, we'll be exploring Thundurus incarnate form with Mamoswine, which I think is an insane duo. I think it's actually very underutilized right now. I think this combo is actually insanely good, but I won't be the judge of it. I will let you all be the judge of it. I'll be providing some stuff here today. Got a sample team right here, and yeah, I think the combo is really good. Not sure about the rest of the team. I think it's mainly a bit based off theory, but hey, I really think this combination is so good right now. I think it's a really good offensive combination, and I'm excited to try it out. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button, even if you think you aren't, especially if you're new to the channel anyway. But if you think you're subscribed, just make sure you double check, because sometimes YouTube unsubscribes you from channels. If you don't know, about 45% of my audience from October actually wasn't subscribed to my channel, which I think is kind of large. So if you do watch my content, you do enjoy it and want the latest updates, be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell. And while you're down there, be sure to leave a like down below on the videos. It really does help me out, and leave a comment down below for the algorithm. But otherwise, yeah, we're going to be rocking this Thundurus and Mamoswine team, and I'm hoping it does work. But otherwise, let's get started with today's video. Today's common question of the day is going to be, what is your favorite song from Pokemon Sword and Shield soundtrack? Now, there's one thing that this game does do right, and no, it's not the trainer theme, but it is the awesome soundtrack of pretty much everything else other than the wild battle theme too. We got our first opponent, number 93 on the ladder, with Galarian Moltres, Spectrier, Incineroar, Tapu Fini, Raichu, and Thorns. I'm assuming it's like Voltage Weakness Policy stuff. So that's kind of annoying, but we do have Mamoswine combined with Thundurus, which is a good combination. They don't really have great answers to this other than Ferrothorn. And I do have a Chandelure and a Kartana potentially here. Also got a Nihilego. Nihilego is very scary for them too. So there's quite a few things here. The Mudshot is a little bit scary though, what they have. I don't like Fini in the matchup. It's decent, but I don't think it's that great. I do like Thundurus Mamoswine as lead. Airstream Crash looks really good in general. Let's see. I like Nihilego. I mean, I definitely think I want to bring Shandy because of the Ferrothorn. The Ferrothorn's scary. And then Kartana. Either Kartana or Nihilego. Kartana's good, but I think Nihilego's better because 1, I have Protect on Nihilego, so I can actually protect Earthquake. 2, I'm not exactly too sure. But yeah, let me know your favorite soundtrack. By the way, mine's probably, I want to say probably the Gym Leader theme. I mean, there are a lot of good themes in Pokemon Sword and Shield, especially battle themes. Marnie's, the Champion, Hop, version 2. There's some really good songs, but I don't know. Speaking of, I don't know. I don't even know what song this is that I'm listening to right now. Thundurus and Mamoswine lead here against Spectrier and Thundurus. So Airstream Crash looks very safe here. I don't know if this is Wisp. Moltres might want to protect. There could be a switch in a Raichu. I'm not 100% certain on what you're going to do here lead combination wise. I think I want to double the Spectrier. Spectrier is kind of a big threat to my team. I'm going to go for the Spectrier. Why not? I'm worried about, like, worst case scenario would be like protect Nasty Plus. I double up in the Moltres and then I would get screwed here. So let's see what they're going to go for. It could be Shadow Ball double up too, which would be kind of scary, but I guess it wouldn't be the end of the world since I get the knockout onto the I get the knockout into what's it called, the Spectrier with the double up, I assume, and then I could crash, not crash, I could send a Nihilego on the Airstream Meteor Beam the following turn. They do Dynamax, it looks like the Moltres, which kind of stings for me because I could have got a big knockout right there. But whatever, it's not the end of the world. Let's see what my opponent's going to do. The thing about the Raichu Moltres is always a 50-50 situation where there's a fake out position or a Volt Switch into Self-Weakness Posse. Whereas the Airstream and the Thundurus, which I think is a fair play, I don't really mind that so much. But let's see here. Airstream going to come out into the Spectre Air. Looks like very nice damage. I hope Crash can KO, and I think it should if Life Orb burned Thundurus did that much damage. I'm pretty sure we'll get the knockout here. So let's see. Yep, get the Crash off. Very, very nice. So Spectre Air goes down. Very good. So Spectre Air is no longer a threat that I have to consider here. And we will see Airstream come out into Mamoswine. Yep. No big deal. We'll live. No Focus Sash necessary. Is that Life Orb? Probably not. It's probably just based off Hurricane. Yeah. All right. So Raichu should come out here. I think if I want to put myself in a good position. Well, actually, no. They can't go for... Okay, they do go Raichu here. So they can't Volt Switch themselves. If they Volt Switch themselves, they actually put themselves in a really awkward spot. They could fake out though. An Airstream. I really want to go Nihilego because I do think fake out Airstream is very likely here because they can't sell Volt Switch Weakness Posse proc. At least if they do, the Moltres is actually like the Moltres won't get the special attack boost this turn. So yeah, you do go for fake out, which is very good. I don't think you're gonna go for Darkness because I have a Thundurus on the field, so I'd get the Defiant boost. And if they do, it's not that big of a deal. You get the Airstream off, decent damage into the Raichu, as I will be able to get that Airstream boost. Very, very nice. And let's see what the Moltres does, as I'm pretty sure it'll be going for that Airstream. Yep, completely fine. Into Nihilego, and as you can see, Nihilego, very specially defensive Pokemon, tanks that very easily there. And right here, I think I can easily go for I think I want to Airstream the Moltres just to get some chip damage into it. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Airstream into the Moltres. I want to risk the Meteor Beam. Why not? We'll go for Meteor Beam in the Raichu. I want to knock out the Raichu with Meteor Beam. Why not? So we'll get an Airstream off into the Moltres, which should allow Nihilego to outspeed because we're at +2 speed. We'll be able to get the KO into the Raichu, which is very good here. Let's see. As we'll get the +1 special attack boost. Meteor Beam Nihilego is very sick. So we get the +1 special attack boost before we actually get the attack off, and then with the charge attack, we get that huge power attack off in the Raichu, and this should obliterate the Raichu easily, even if it was an Assault Vest set. That was the only thing I was worried about, an Assault Vest set, living like a Sludge Bomb at that range, and then getting like a Nuzzle off, which would have been really bad for me. We are able to limit the Raichu, which is awesome, because now my Thundurus is kind of freed up. We get a Beast Boost, so we're at +2 special attack, so we'll get a KO. And another Airstream once again into the Nihilego. Oh, in the Thundurus, actually. All right, that's perfect. So I wonder what the last Pokemon is. I'm assuming it's gonna be the Ferrothorn. Honestly, Wild Charge is very safe here into the yeah, Wild Charge Protect is very safe. Oh, Incineroar is the last Pokemon. Okay, I'm feeling very good about my spot now. Because Defiant will activate for Thundurus, so we do get a +1 attack here, which is very nice. Did I not get my Defiant boost? Oh, did I forget to use the... I think I forgot to use the ability thing, didn't I? I forgot to use the ability thing. I thought I did. Okay, that actually kind of makes it a bit awkward. Oh, Wild Charge and Ice Shard can still pick up the knockout against that Pokemon. I'm just going to Protect and Wild Charge, I guess. Because if Thundurus goes down, it's okay. Fake Out and Nihilego, kind of forced to in that situation. Wild Charge. Maybe a 2 KO. That's really close. Man, I wish I had to Defiant. It would have just secured. All right, we do see a weakness posse boost. If we see Fiery Raft, that's the best case. If you go for the other move, which is going to be the Nasty Plot, that would actually be kind of bad because you're +5. Please go for Fiery Raft. It did go for Nasty Plot. Oh boy. I don't know if the... Well, probably should knock on Nihilego. My switch-ins are Chandelure and a Mamoswine, which isn't very good. I'm gonna Wild Charge actually, and I'm gonna swap out into my Shandy, I think. Because I have Ice Shard pressure to deal with the Moltres. I don't know why they forfeited. Unless Wild Charge was a guaranteed KO, but I didn't have it because no Defiant. That meant I must have also been using the Thundurus. Thanks to Thundurus in the last episode. I guess I forgot to save when I gave this thing the capsule, but yeah, we'll be right back actually as soon as I change it to have Defiant. So we'll be right back with that. I almost forgot to hit record, but thankfully I did. Got the ability patch used on Thundurus. I thought I did. Apparently I didn't save before I used it, but now we have Defiant Thundurus. Which means we didn't have Defiant Thundurus in the first one. Another Swampert and a Grimmsnarl. Okay. Swampert, Grimmsnarl, Zapdos, Amoonguss, Arcanine, and Metagross. So probably weakness policy on the Metagross. You want to assume. Photo strategy. Yeah, kind of interesting this time. I really do like Mamoswine Thundurus once again. How worried am I about Metagross? I feel like if I wear it down later in the game, it should be fine. Nihilego's okay. It's good against the Metagross. I mean, not Metagross. What am I saying? Arcanine and Zapdos, but otherwise just doesn't do much. Maybe Grim, but yeah, I don't think it's worth it. I think Thundurus Mamoswine for sure is a lead. I'm just very comfortable with that lead. This lead is so strong. It's really powerful. Chandelure, I think, for the Metagross, and I'm thinking Cortana for the Swampert. I gotta be worried though, because Arcanine can be a little bit scary, so I gotta watch out for that, but I think I can handle it. Because if I bring Nihilego over Cortana, I need Cortana for the Swampert. Swampert's too annoying. I could go Feeny, but maybe Feeny Nihilego, but it's a bit weak to endgame Metagross. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like I can do well with these Pokemon and potentially win this game. By the way, if you haven't already, because of the ability patch nonsense I didn't get to say, but if you haven't already clicked that subscribe button, make sure you do. We get some awesome content, VGC high-level battles, some high-level guides for improving at VGC. If you're interested in that, a lot of good Pokemon stuff in general. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you double check if you're subscribed. If you think you're subscribed, YouTube unsubscribes you sometimes. We got Metagross Grimmsnarl lead here against my Mamoswine and Thundurus combination. Reflect is 100% going up, right? No way it doesn't. Oh, this is the wild trainer theme. I just realized. I like going for... What do I even like going for? I don't know this eject button either. I kind of want to Knuckle right away. I think I want to Knuckle to Grim actually, and I think I want to go Cortana. The reason I want to make this play is because Mamoswine's still useful later in the game. I have a hunch it's just going to be Reflect and Steel Spike in the Metagross. I think it's a very safe play. Maybe they go for the max Hailstorm if they have it into Thundurus, but we get to find out if they do. I get my Cortana boosted, which isn't bad either, for some great damage output. The problem, I guess, is Hailstorm and maybe like a max Mindstorm into Thundurus, but at least Thundurus will be able to survive the turn, which is guaranteed, unless the Grimmsnarl Sucker Punch and goes for it into the Metagross, which would be a very big brain play, which honestly I would not expect right here, but it's definitely a possibility. So they have that very good play. If they go for Trick, that could be another thing, but I'm not exactly too sure what I can do against the Trick situation. We will see that the Metagross does Dynamax here. Oh boy, I really hope it's not Trick. Worst case, but I think Reflect comes out. Yeah, Reflect makes so much sense here, I feel like. So Reflect will come out, not too bad of a deal. We will get a Max Knuckle off into the Grimmsnarl for an okay amount of damage. It's not really that impressive, but I can Max Knuckle into a Smart Strike that Grimmsnarl next turn and be probably a knockout, which is really nice. So we're going to see the Steel Spike Yep come out into the Kartana, so we will be able to take it. Is that crit? Unfortunate crit. Because I'm pretty sure we go down to Max Quake the next turn. Oh, that's a really bad crit. I can't lie. That's a very bad crit, and I don't have a switch into Quake. Oh, what? Why'd you crit me? Oh, well. Just gonna double up the Grim because I have to for the knockout, because Grim is gonna be annoying. Unfortunately, he's gonna get both screens up potentially. Oh, it is Sucker Punch. Doesn't knock out Kartana though. Not even close actually. So we will get a Max Knuckle. Okay, we're +2. Wow, it was actually Sucker Punch for the weakness policy. Wow. Alright. Luckily they didn't like go for it and knock out my Thundurus right there. I think that would have been a worse situation for me, but hey, we'll take it. So we will get a Smart Strike off, knock out the Grimmsnarl. We'll get a Beast Boost. So we'll be at +3 actually with our Kartana, which is very nice here. Assuming they don't KO me. Not sure if they will go for it, but we'll see. Get a Beast Boost. We're at +3. We have Sacred Sword too for offensive pressure. We're going to see Hailstorm does come out. Okay, that's actually pretty good for me because Thunder should be able to live this because there is no weakness policy boost. Yep. If they want to go Arcanine, I got an Airstream and a Sacred Sword double up waiting for it. And then Metagross' Dynamax is over, and then I could throw Shadow Balls against it, which probably really good in the situation it's at. The unfortunate part is Mamoswine can't really Earthquake freely next to these Pokemon, so I really got to rely on Chandelure doing the damage output. If it's Swampert, it's going to be tough. Zapdos comes out. Wow. Not the Pokemon I expected to come out. All right. I do have a Mamoswine. Anyway, it's probably going to come out. I do want to... I think I want to Max Guard Thundurus just to stall out the Dynamax turn from the Metagross. And then I think I want a Sacred Sword just to guarantee put in Shadow Ball range from my Chandelure. I think that's a good play, yeah. I don't need the damage on Zapdos because I'll probably be able to put it into Ice Shard into Wild Charge range anyway. And they detect too, so it works out. I could have maybe got the double knockout here, but hey, I mean, or a double up into Metagross, which would have been good. That doesn't do too much damage, which is okay. Hailstorm comes out. It's into Kartana, which is completely fine. So Kartana's going to go down, and not too big of a deal. I do got to watch out, though, because if it's endgame Swampert, that's actually very concerning. Is it endgame Kartana? I want to go Chandelure here. Because you should be in Shadow Ball range now. Yeah, I'm going to go Chandelure, actually. Actually, I think Heat Wave knocks out Metagross at this range 100%. So I think I should actually keep my Thundurus around. Because keeping my Thundurus around allows me, you know, an extra way to hit the Swampert for damage. And I can bring in my Mamoswine. I think it's very likely to go for a T-Bolt here. I don't know into who, though. It could be into Thundurus. It could be into Chandelure. I don't think they Heat Wave because that boosts my power up. They didn't get Light Screen up, so Heat Wave should KO Metagross, unless it's an Assault Vest variant, but I would assume it's weakness policy on this team. Heat Wave pretty much always gets the Metagross, I think, at this range, so I think I'm willing to go for it. Although Shadow Ball was the safer play, which I could have. I really kind of want to go greedy here, because Heat Wave might just put the Zapdos into Ice Shard range. We are going to see a Protect from the Metagross, which is fine. A Thunderbolt does come out into the Chandelure. Okay. That's a lot of damage. It's Life Orb, that's why. Hit the Heat Wave, so Ice Shard can potentially put the Zapdos in range. Otherwise, I'm in a lot of trouble actually here. Chandelure, please, please, please. Hit the Zapdos. Hit the Zapdos. We'll get a good amount of damage. Hail into Ice Shard might pick up the knockout. We do get the Heat Wave off. That's really close. That's very close. At least Chandelure is guaranteed faster than the Metagross in this position. Oh, I actually don't know if Ice Shard actually picks up the knockout. If it doesn't, I'm in a really bad spot. Well, it looks like Frail Zapdos if it's Life Orb, right? Reflect is up though, that's a problem, but I think Ice Shard might be able to pick up the knockout. You know what, we're banking on it anyway. Let's go for the Ice Shard and the Shadow Ball. We're gonna see the Metagross retreat. Swampert? It is Swampert, so if Ice Shard KOs, this is the perfect position because I get the Ice Shard knockout. Oh, that's so good actually, because I get the good Shadow Ball damage off into the Swampert, and every bit of damage onto Swampert is so crucial in this game. So I'll definitely take the big Shadow Ball hit into the Swampert. Oh, that's great. That did nothing. That's Assault for Swampert. Holy cow, that did nothing. That did absolutely nothing. All right, Ice Shard should definitely knock out the Zapdos at this range. I guess the question now is, does Zapdos retreat here? I think Zapdos can easily go out into Metagross. I think the best play is actually to Ice Shard, and I really, well, very tough position. Oh, this is a very tough position. I think I double up the Zapdos actually with Ice Shard Shadow Ball. Yeah, either you go the Metagross here, I think, or you would have just sacked it and I got Shadow Ball off into Swampert, which isn't terrible for me. So I don't think this is a bad position because I'm Focus Sash, but the problem is there's one really big problem that I have in this position, and that's going to be the Swampert if it Scald Burns my Mamoswine right here. Because the Scald Burn or Mamoswine actually probably ends the game if they go for this turn. Oh, they flip turn. That works out for me. Okay. So it's physical, it looks like. So flip turn. Yeah, it has to be Assault Vest, I think, because it just took nothing from Shadow Ball. I think Shadow Ball should have been... I don't think it would have been a 2 KO if it wasn't Assault Vest, but I'm pretty sure it would have done at least 40%. I mean, it's a pretty good Chandelure. Pretty good special attack stat. Zapdos comes out. Hail stops. Reflect is going to wear off soon. I guess the question is, do you have Roost? I feel like you have Hurricane on this team. Right? I feel like you had Hurricane on this team. Swampert going to come out. So there are a few things I could do. I could go for Icicle Crash into Swampert. I could go for a double Protect here, which I guess is kind of risky. There's 2 turns. I feel like Zapdos protects or detects. I feel like it's Hurricane, Heat Wave, Electric move. Yeah. And detect. So I'm going to double protect a Scout for the one Scout for it. Because I think it's worth scouting for it. This is only a throw if they roost, but they detected. Okay, so this was the best play. I get to find out what the Swampert goes for this turn. If it has a spread move, this is actually a pretty weird position. Do you have Scald? You do have Scald. Okay, so that's big. Hearts my Thundurus, which is actually an interesting play. All right. Gonna Ice Shard the Zapdos, which should pick up the knockout 100% at this range. And then I'm gonna Superpower actually the Swampert. Yeah, I could fly, but I don't think it changes to... Oh, they get a double detect. Don't burn me. Just don't burn my Mamoswine. Please don't burn my Mamoswine. That's all I ask for. Because I think it's fine as long as I don't get burned upcoming with the Scald. Come on. They're in Torrent. Oh, thank God. Okay, I think okay, with the Reflect gone. Unless you get a triple Protect and live the Earthquake. There's no way. There's no way. I'm going for the Wild Charge. All right, Wild Charge does come out in a Zapdos. This will finish off the Zapdos. This will let my Thundurus go down, which is perfect because now it's a single target Earthquake into the Swampert. And that's exactly the reason why I want to, because I didn't want to crash in that position. Earthquake going to come out into the Swampert. Please pick up the knockout. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Swamperto. Good game. Holy, or Swansperto. Good game. Holy cow. Luckily, we're able to pick up a win. Very well played though. I think sacking, I don't know what was more valuable, the Metagross. I feel like it really just depended, right? Because I felt like if I lost Thunderstare, then I'm in kind of the same position, which is why I didn't want to switch out Chandelure. Like I needed Chandelure to deal with the Metagross, but I felt like yes, it was very likely that they could switch out into the Metagross, which thankfully they did, because that put myself in a great position. Luckily the 30% didn't rob us the game, and yeah, I don't think I played too badly. The crit definitely did kind of suck though on the Kartana, can't lie. Kartana could have taken an extra hit, would have been nice in general, could have saved it for the Swampert in the end game, because I could have switched out, potentially gone into the could have went out into the Chandelure on a potential heat wave in the future of the game, and then yeah, it would have been really nice to have that Kartana next to the it would have been nice to have Kartana next to Chandelure if I was able to get rid of Zapdos. But hey, we are able to take the win, so that was a close game. But I hope that everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2020 Baek Battles. If you did enjoy it, again, be sure to leave a like down below. It really does help out. Leave a comment down below. Share this video with friends. Subscribe to the channel, as it really does help out. And if you think you're subscribed, just double check, make sure you're subscribed. YouTube sometimes unsubscribes you from channels. Try out the team. There's a rental code as well as a payment listed down below in the description. Available for 2 weeks. Make sure you grab what you can. Join our community Discord. Follow me on Twitch, where I do live stream, and check out my second YouTube channel where I do awesome content. Follow me on my other social platforms as well, like Twitter and Instagram. I could really use Instagram followers too. But yeah, that is gonna be it. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day, people, and until we battle again, I'll catch y'all later.